For today's video, you guys are going to be watching me get my shit completely stomped in. Sadly, because I wanted to show you guys some really good gameplay. I was hoping to hop on and have a blast playing this game, but so far, it's been pretty rough. Now, these are my first initial impressions. I did not play that much of Vanguard, so I only played about 3 to 4 matches. One of those matches I backed out because the connection was awful, so I would say 3 legitimate matches I've played. I'm going to be grinding this game later on stream, so if you guys want to catch me live stream it and give more opinions and talk about it and see what's going on with this title, make sure you guys tune into my Twitch live streams. The link to that stuff is down in the description, and I will be streaming it all weekend long, playing it all weekend long. And I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth with this title, but like I said, right here, right now for this video, just my first initial impressions. Things are 110% subject to change later on. This is just, like I said, my first few games and my first initial emotions towards this title. But so far from this game, I gotta say the movement is phenomenal. It feels exactly like Modern Warfare, but to me personally, it almost feels more polished off. Modern Warfare, it felt like it wasn't intended to have that slide canceling mechanic, and I don't think they ever did intend for that to be in the game. But with Call of Duty Vanguard, you could definitely tell that Sledgehammer Games had in mind the slide canceling mechanic while developing this game. It works perfectly, and you can't really abuse it either. You're not going to be seeing too many people 24/7 slide canceling on their booty cheeks all the time, you know what I'm saying? There's definitely a delay time, but something about it just feels so natural and so good. I gotta give them props, it feels great, along with the gunplay as well. I was extremely worried. I gotta say, this is probably one of the biggest factors that I was stressed out about when I saw the first initial beta for PlayStation users only, was the gunplay. The way the guns look, feel, and when you actually engage in gunfights, it seemed nearly impossible to even track enemies, but I gotta say, it feels phenomenal in Call of Duty Vanguard. That gunplay felt great in Modern Warfare to begin with, but once again, it just feels like they one-upped on what they did previously, which I really do appreciate. They're not just copying and pasting Call of Duty Modern Warfare here, they're pretty much trying to take what they did well in that game that wasn't intentional at all, and enhance on that. And also, the sound engine is pretty darn good in this game, especially when people call in streaks like the dogs, for example. My god, they sound horrifying. This is exactly what I wanted out of this title. I want to feel the emotions out of this game, you know? I don't want it to be like, oh, a pack of dogs, let me just shoot them down. No. Just like in real life, if someone's going to send a pack of vicious hounds on you, you're going to be shitting your pants, and that's why I want to feel in this title as well. The sounds they make, and when they're actually charging at you, is just phenomenal. The sounds the guns makes, the environment makes, everything is just really solid when it comes to that stuff, but that's about it from the few games that I've played so far. And again, a lot of things are subject to change. I might hate certain things when the game goes on in progress because, like I said, 3 games deep isn't really enough time to come up with a completely amazing opinion of the title. But I gotta say, with 3 games, I can already come up with a buttload of things that are just horrifying with this game. First off, I'm just going to start it off with this because I know everybody already knows this, and I don't want to hold this video on too long on this topic. I want to go on to other things that are in this game that need to be fixed up. But Jesus Christ, man, the skill-based matchmaking's thick. This is the first game that you're watching right here. The first game that I played on Call of Duty Vanguard. I have no clue how to navigate this map. I don't know where spawns are. I don't know where people come from, which, you know, lanes take you to different spots. Especially when you go to the middle of the map, it's very confusing. And just like any Call of Duty game, you have to adjust. You have to learn the new ways of the title. Even though Call of Duty, a lot of people say it's a copy and paste every single year, you can't tell me each and every one plays exactly the same. They might look the same, they might sound the same, they might seem the same, but I personally can't hop on Black Ops Cold War and then go to Modern Warfare 2 and play really good in that game. I can't personally go on Vanguard, you see here, and then go hop on World at War and play good in that game. It doesn't work. Each game takes a lot of time to master, and even though you played it for a long time, those classics, you're still going to have to bounce back and try to readjust to the titles. Same thing with Vanguard. It's a brand new Call of Duty game, and even though it seems and feels just like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it almost seems like I already played this game before, there's still a lot of mechanics and a lot of maps that you have to learn, adjust, and adapt to. But more than half of the lobbies that I'm being put in are with individuals who are, 1, played both the alpha and the beta on PlayStation, and then here they are playing it for the second time on this beta, or 2, they're just natural sweat lords who have studied gameplay 24/7, prepping for this very exact moment to finally get on this beta and sweat their balls off. It's one or the other. Like I said, I have barely studied this game. I watched a few commentaries. I watched a few gameplays, like I said, just so I can give myself a little knowledge so I can actually talk about the game since I didn't pre-order or anything on PlayStation to play the first beta. But these people are straight crackheads, and they're not even like really high levels either. There's like level 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s who are just completely running around the map because they know every single spot. They know the spawns, they know the rotation, they know the lanes, they know how to flank. It's just absolutely absurd. And I feel like I would probably enjoy it with a squad of players, which I am going to be playing with a lot of the homies later on this weekend. Like I said, for this video in particular, I just wanted to play right away, get my first impressions and stuff like that, and I'm going to be streaming the game as well, and I'll probably play it later on. But I feel like this game is going to be 10 times better with friends, just like all Call of Duty games are nowadays. But the thing that's so sad to me is the fact that solo gameplay is fading away faster and faster every single year. It's impossible. Like, I don't want to play this game solo. I'm going to force myself through it just so I can get some more commentaries and topics and stuff like that, but I don't want to. It's horrible playing solo. You either get put up against full parties of sweats, or you get a team full of people who can't even contribute to the scoreboard. It's so obnoxious because even in Battlefield or something like that, I might get my butt whooped, I might be on the bottom of the leaderboard or something like that, but it still feels like a team effort. It still feels like we're pushing back. And COD, it never feels like that. It feels like every single game, regardless if I'm doing good or I'm doing bad, it always feels like it's just a complete stomp out. Especially when it's coming to my first few games of Vanguard. This is the first PC beta. It hasn't had a beta on PC yet. You haven't even been able to play Vanguard on the PC until just now, and it's already got... I'm done talking about skill-based matchmaking. That, just so you guys know, it's thick in the beta. The suppression is pretty obnoxious, I'm not going to lie, but I need to get a little bit more gameplay to actually be able to put my 2 cents in on that. But the explosive rounds are just pure stupidity. It makes no logical sense to me why these are even in this title. People were complaining about it in the initial build of the game, and I'm going to complain about it more now. It makes no sense, Sledgehammer. It's enough that there's suppression in the game, but now that I have to deal with suppression from explosive shots as well, along with my whole screen shaking like it's a freaking earthquake, it makes gunfights so irritating. And it's sad because, like I said earlier, in this game, the gunplay is really solid, actually. It's pretty fun. But then you mix in explosive shells and fire shots and stuff like that, and STGs and submachine guns. It's not just shotguns anymore. Shotguns I can kind of tolerate because I can still keep my range and stuff like that and engage with them. Yes, it's so obnoxious when you go up close and personal and they're able to finish you off because they have fire shells in their shoddy, but it's whatever. But now that people can cross-map me with an STG that explodes my whole screen and shakes the whole world around me, it doesn't make any sense. Please, I know you guys want to have all this attachment variety in this game, but take out the ammunition types, I'm begging you. Or at least have them work in a different way, like explosive rounds maybe will take down armor instead of actual health. You know, stuff like that. Because, my God, it really does completely kill the flow of the whole game. You know, running into an engagement with a guy who has that type of ammunition. Also, I do want to mention, like I said, this isn't really my constructive feedback video where I'm going in details over things that are wrong with this game. But there are some problems with kill streaks on the PC version. It is nearly impossible to move some of these streaks. Like, I'll show you right here on the first clip here. You might just think, oh, I'm just sitting there. No, I'm swiping so hard trying to move this streak, and it's just going down the straight line. Hopefully this gets buffed a little bit so it's a little bit more manageable. Other than that, it's mostly just connection problems for me right now. Like I said, 3-4 games, I already got kicked out of like 2 of them. It's horrifying connection. I do have footage of that, but honestly, there's no point in me even showing you footage. You already know what it looks like when you get connection interrupted. But again, I don't want to make this too big of a deal because it is a beta. They're not giving us the best of servers, so connection isn't really my main priority to, you know, think about or complain about or anything like that. So that's not a problem. But that's really all I can really come up with my first impressions. Over this weekend, you can definitely expect more in-detailed commentaries, going in-depth with a lot of the things in this title, because I'm going to be playing a lot. I'm going to be putting in tons of hours, but so far I only put in like 20 minutes, so I don't really know too much. But so far, I gotta say, gunplay good, movement solid. It seems like a more improved version of Modern Warfare. But, my God, the way that people are playing this game, it almost plays exactly like, you know, Modern Warfare Team Deathmatch. Complete time limit gameplays like you're watching right here. This video right here is a complete, like, 10 minutes or however long it goes for. And it ended on, like, 93, 96. So sweaty, so competitive, so slow. And, like, I predicted this, too. I predicted this much earlier. This game is going to be completely angle-based. It's going to revolve around assault rifles and holding nasty angles and OBJ game modes. It's just how it goes. But again, over time, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, this problem will be resolved when more people understand the maps and the flows and how to get around. This is the first beta for Xbox and PC players, and even though PlayStation 4 players have already played before, they already know the map layouts, a lot of people don't. Even if they did, you know, sweat it out and watch tons of gameplay so they know everything. If it's still their first time playing, it's still the first time playing. You can watch as much gameplay as you want, but when you finally get hands-on, it's a much different experience. So people are going to be playing a bit more slow. People are going to be very campy, and it's to be expected. I'm probably going to do the same until I can learn all these maps because that's how everybody else is playing. But hopefully the game becomes more fast-paced and better. as the community gets a better understanding. But guys, I'm going to leave it off there. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, you want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, want to catch me with live streams and video games that I do over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning into this video. See you on the next one. Peace out.